This is nice. Well, good afternoon. My name is Christopher Campbell, and I am from Richmond, Kentucky. Thank you for having me here, and I want to give a special thank you to Stephen Elder and the Fancy Farm Committee for allowing me to speak at this historic event. This is a great honor, and I do not take this honor lightly. Standing here today with so many of the bright political minds in our state, I'm reminded of the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector from the book of Luke. In this story, two men are heading to the temple to pray. The Pharisee stands at the temple to pray away from everyone else. He stands alone and thanks God that he is not like the others. He's not like the robbers, the adulterers, the wrongdoers. He's not even as bad as the lowly tax collector. The tax man stands off a distance from the Pharisee. He's very quiet. His hand is clenched and he's softly pounding against his chest. And he's quietly praying, God, have mercy on me, a sinner. The tax collector was justified before God. For those who exalt themselves, like the Pharisee, shall be humbled. And for those who humble themselves, they shall be exalted. Most of our elected officials are supremely confident in their own righteousness, while they look down upon others with disdain and malice. None of these folks represent Kentucky or the citizens of the Commonwealth. They exalt themselves above others, and wow, man. They are rich people being directed by rich people that are letting those decide how you should live. What does Garland Barr represent? Seriously. He clearly doesn't represent competence. Think about it. Your representative will sit in a room with a weapons dealer, a pharmacy rep, or Donald Trump, listen to them speak and think, wow, this makes sense. This guy has good ideas. Charles Booker is morally compromised. He is morally compromised because the leaders of the Democratic Party have sold themselves to Israel, and they have left Kentucky behind. Mr. Booker is allowed to say whatever he wishes, so long as he doesn't follow through on those words. My opponents want to send your kids across the globe to die in wars at the behest of foreign empires. But at least Charles will apologize. Thanks, Charles. Essentially, my opponents are the same. Republicans are Democrats, and Democrats are Republicans. All you have to do is look at the endless wars that we are constantly locked in. They lead by one mantra: everything for the rich, whatever else they can scrape aside for themselves, and nothing for Kentucky. That mantra is no more evident than the unmitigated expansion of AI data centers across our country. Trillions of taxpayer subsidies have been poured into large AI corporations. Now, technology is not inherently antagonistic toward humanity, as it has significantly improved the human condition. However, it does carry the potential to impair human life if it is not focused at positive objectives. There is a $100 billion proposal that will send funds to Western Kentucky for data center implementation. This will increase your utility bills and decrease the amount of money in your pockets. And many of you have already experienced these burdens firsthand. They came for the trees, they came for the mountains, and now they're coming for everything else. And why is that? Because someone somewhere will always sell out the rest of us to make some money. Barr and Booker. Barr and Booker. I'm going to start calling y'all Schumer and McConnell, although I shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Kentucky requires representation. I am here to represent you, Kentucky. Not special interest and not the elites in D.C. Chuck and Mitch ain't going to do that for you. You need someone who will fight for your individual liberties over corporate greed. So I will stand against foreign interests and government overreach. Someone who will reduce wasteful spending, rein in billionaires, and someone who will stop sending our money and our families overseas to fight the genocides for sociopaths. Getting onto this stage was no small feat, and it took the collective effort of a lot of people, and they know who they are. I thank the 7,000 plus petitioners that signed my ballot that allowed me the opportunity to run for office to represent this great Commonwealth. I grew up in rural Marion County, walking around gravel roads, picking up cans to scrape together enough money to buy bread and bologna. So I understand the struggle of people because I came from a family who struggled to make ends meet. Now, I lived on a few farms, and I have to admit, I didn't know they could be this fancy. I am the only nonpartisan candidate on this stage, and I am humbled to stand on this stage, and I am grateful for your time and for your attention. I leave you with this quote from author and civil rights advocate James Baldwin. Not everything faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. Thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it.